Today, I would like us to touch base on the transitions, especially during the holidays, and what that feels to the child. Let's get started. Hi, and Jumbo. My name is Margaret Jeroge, and in this channel, we give our children tools so that they can be able to discover and explore their environment, while we give them social emotional support so that they can be able to flourish and thrive in life. You're coming back. Thank you so much for always checking us out. We value your opinion and what it is that you have to say and the value you find in these videos. If you're new, welcome home. This is home. Consider to subscribe in this channel. Let's talk about how we can help our children together. So today I wanted us to touch base. These are the holidays. We are in the holidays, and of course, there will come other holidays during the year or the breaks. The students have to stay home. We know there is a lot of traveling back and forth. There is a lot of meeting the families and friends out there. But the question is, what does this mean to the child? Because remember, we said the other time, any transition for a child, to us it may not be a big deal. But that child who is afraid of changes, who is apprehensive of them, is many times gonna be affected. It doesn't matter whether it is generations and during hyper season of travel, again meeting with the family and all those excitements with the gifts and everything else, and then going back to school and the routine and the expectations of that space. Because there is a difference between the way the child is at home and the way the child is at school. There is a total difference. It is the same child, but expectations are different. And I'll give you an example out there. For example, at home, the child can, just snack any time. At school, they're scheduled to eat or to snack. And in between the kind of water, the freedom is gone. So how can we help our children with this type of transitions and to be back in school and be okay and be kind of recover quickly in the school environment? One of the things, even before the celebrations and before the breaks and all that, it is important to let the child know what to expect or what is coming, what they will be going through, and what it is it looks like. How does it look like? Okay, we're gonna be going for December holidays or Christmas break, spring break, or even vacation, general vacations. To let the child know prior in advance that will be happening. Either it is a countdown so that they can take control, because you want to include them in that process so that they can own that process. Including them to know what to expect. How does it look like? We're going to be going on vacation or we're going to be meeting the family. How does that look like? Because the child may not have that concept. Remember, the child does not have the concept of time. Time in a value of the block of the distance. For example, the distance between today and tomorrow past, say the 24 hours that we talk about, they don't have an idea. They don't have an idea, again, that an hour is 60 minutes. They think in terms of block of time, events. So after this comes. So we're going to have maybe three sleeping nights in our house, and then the vacation, and then you count down. So letting them know in advance that will be happening. The other thing you can do is to let them have a say in that transition. So if it is school, if it is vacation you're going, if it is meeting the family, let them know, let them have a say. Just listen to them. Implement what you can, and if you can't, tactfully let them know it may not be possible without necessarily telling them no. We don't have to tell them no, but we can reason with them and they can understand. You can trade in their ideas. You can give them two positive choices or whatever is maybe they would like to include in their transitions or in their journey or in their vacation and all that to make it easier. Take seriously, and this I mean it. I wish I knew this maybe when my children were growing up. Probably I came to realize some of these little things when they were a little grown, but they were really helpful. Take the contributions they have seriously. Let them know that you actually take seriously what they are saying and what they are contributing. If the child is saying let's carry a book, it may not necessarily be possible. I don't know why it should it, but let them. Let them choose which book. Let them feel that they are part of that process of making the choices and that they are taking the responsibility of their own self-care. That is the self-help. Wherever it is that they need to carry, the contributions that they make are important. If it is that snack, let them carry it. If it is that coat or those pants they like wearing, let them carry them. Take their contributions to that time of transition seriously. That way you will include them and they will feel included and that they matter. Because the idea here is to make sure that the children feel seen. You may see them, but they may not know that you're seeing them or you are hearing them. And making sure some of these nuances are important to them and that you're taking those seriously. The third one, let them know the expectations. Many times we just think that the child will know the expectations or the parameters or the boundaries of how things will go. If it is, meeting the relatives, making that boundary and letting the children know and having to remind them over and over again without being overbearing, helping them know that they can do this much. Also, other people do have the space and also have a say, just like they have a say. So making those expectations to the places where they are visiting or to leaving the school or to going back to school, it is very, very important so that the child will internalize those expectations and now they will become second to nature when it is time to practice those things. And I want you again to remember that they're coming, for example, this season, the December holidays. It is very hyper. It is really hyper. They're just traveling. They're meeting families. They're meeting siblings. They are meeting friends. And they are opening those gifts. Santa is coming for those children who believe that there is Santa is coming. And, that hyper. And all of a sudden it comes crashing. And then, of course, it is time to go back to school where now there are more expectations. It is hard. It is very hard for those children. They carry, in fact, I saw somewhere, I can't remember where I saw, that children many times, they carry invisible backpacks. And I thought, my God, that is so heavy. Because you don't know whether that child is anxious, that child is sad, maybe the grandparents left. And there are 4 of them. Maybe, mom left indefinitely and they did not know. Or they knew, but they are dealing with it. Because some of these decisions that we make, we expect the children honestly to cope, and yet they are not making the decisions themselves. So it is important, honestly, to remind them and let them know that 1, 2, 3 will be happening. And to be mindful, honestly, that those per se invisible backpacks that they could be carrying of, sometimes being sad, sometimes the missing, sometimes the fatigue of trouble, and then we come and lay the expectations, the different expectations from home and then to school, and then that routine is, have to be recovered. Again, it is just much. Touching base with that child will help the child ease. And even if they cry, honestly, inside they're trying to deal with it. It is way much easier when they know that they are understood and that they are heard. Even if they cry, it is just because they cannot, they are not there to inhibit themselves from, the tears coming in or even that tantrum. But when a child knows that they are heard, many times I have had children say, Mommy said this or Daddy said this, that I will be okay, but I'm still sad. And you can see them. And again, personally, having been in this field maybe for a little bit, I worry about that child who will come and be perceived that they are able to cope, and inside the heart is brewing. That is the child who will go to the corner and just is not talking or quiet. The child will go under the table when you talk to them, in fact, this is what I have experienced. Those are the children who will come, you talk to them, they look at you. You continue talking, they will sit. You continue talking more, they throw themselves on the floor. They're not even crying. You talk to them again, they will go under the table. Because they are going through stuff. And these are not, it is literally the opposite of screaming and throwing the tantrum. This child shuts down completely. To understand that child and to give that child the space and helping them understand that they are being heard, that is very important. And again, this is maybe the breaks during the holidays, during the spring breaks and all the summers and everything. These young children, they are going through that because, again, any transition is a big transition to any child when they are transitioning, especially when they are not necessarily aware. It is a big deal, and it is important to touch base with our child. Again, thank you so much for listening. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you do when you're taking the breaks from school. If you're a parent, if you're a teacher, how you prepare to receive those children who are coming back from the holidays or from the breaks. Let me know what you think. Thank you so much, and see you in the next video.